I just have to say that Alex and I are totally kindred spirits. So we have very similar messages, but very different stories. I'm excited to share my point of view with all of you. I am so thrilled and honestly really grateful to be here today. And a huge part of that is because not too long ago, I would not have been able to accept the invitation to come speak with all of you today. And not too long ago, I would not have been able to get to the train station and walk down the stairs to take a train to get here. I would also not have been able to stand in front of you without probably doubling over in incredible pain and having tears coming down my face. So to be here and have that totally not be the case is a celebration in itself, and I'm so grateful for that. So you might be wondering what happened, because I'm not in pain and I'm not doubling over and all of that, and I'm here. So really what happened was, at the age of 10, I was diagnosed with a skin condition, which is a really common skin condition. Many of you here might know of it, might even have it. It's called psoriasis. And psoriasis is a dry skin condition that for most people is irritating, but definitely not debilitating. It's flaky and it usually covers maybe your scalp or small patches around your body. But for me, I actually ended up getting it from the tip of my foot to the tip of my head, and I ended up developing psoriatic arthritis that was into my bones as well. I had this going on for most of my life, and to say that it was in my face was literal and figurative. It was all the time, every single thought that I had was about my skin and my bones. And my skin was flaking, my skin was itchy. I was in school as a young girl trying to get through math class, scratching the crap out of my legs, bleeding through my jeans. My mom would have to change my sheets multiple times a week because I would attack my body in the middle of the night. So to say that it was a challenge would probably be a little bit of an understatement. It was a big deal in my life. And when I was really young, I realized that I had a choice. I could either believe that this disease was happening to me because I was a horrible child. I wasn't good at math. I never followed anything my Indian parents told me to do. And I would really just, march to the beat of my own drum. So for a little while there, I absolutely fed into the possibility that this could be happening because I was being punished. This was happening because I was just a horrible child. And I could also believe that this was happening for me. That my body was literally talking to me through every single itch attack, every single flake that fell off of my skin. It was a message coming to me from my body. And as you can imagine, that sounded a lot easier than believing that I was so worthless that I had to be covered in crap for the rest of my life. So I decided to believe that this was my message. This was my divine physical message. And when I started doing that, I realized that every time I would start arguing with my brother, who was like perfect and like the Indian king of our family, I would notice that my skin would start to itch more. And when I would see that, I actually didn't even realize a lot of times what my mind was doing because my symptoms would show me finally. We get so stressed out, we're like 3 weeks into the stress before we realize that we're like losing our hair and like have no idea how we can even get to sleep at night. We're already taken over by the stress. So my body would be showing me things that my mind wasn't really interested in hearing. And when I realized this, I also realized that my body was not the only body that was teaching me. Every single body in this room is a teacher. And what I really became passionate about was just watching how so many of my friends, I would have friends that complain about the weight, complain about the extra 15, 20 pounds they're just dying to get off, and they're ready to grab on to that next fad diet to really fix the struggle, or the friend who's exhausted by the end of their crazy work week because all they do is work and they don't have any work-life balance, and at 4 o'clock without fail, every Friday, they have a migraine. Or the friend, or even my grandmother used to suffer from insomnia, and her body wouldn't let herself relax enough to actually get a good night's sleep. So what I noticed was our favorite thing to do is to grab hold of a Band-Aid to fix this symptom. Is to say, okay, I didn't get enough sleep tonight, where's my coffee? I cannot wait to get to that coffee. Or I always carry Tylenol in my purse to make sure that the Tylenol is ready because I know the migraine is going to come. Or, whatever your Band-Aid is, not to put any of you on the spot, but I wouldn't be surprised if you might have a couple of Band-Aids in your back pocket just for reserve. So what I really want to talk to you all about today, leave you with today, is the idea that your whole life can literally open up to a new conversation of healing and balance and clarity. That is the biggest thing, to really have clarity that when your body isn't acting the way that you wish it would, it's not a punishment. It's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because it's trying to teach you something. So I invite you to look at your life, at your body, and ask it today, throughout the day. Maybe some of you didn't get enough sleep last night. Maybe some of you are like, why am I standing? I want to be lying down. I mean, there's so many things that we could be thinking. But listen to those parts of your body. Listen to your feet that might be aching, or listen to your head that might be trying to fall asleep while you're listening to people today, or whatever it is, and actually talk to it. Start a dialogue with your body, because your body is beautiful and it is ready and willing to teach you. Thank you so much.